Hello everyone and welcome to Medidoodles, and today we're going to be talking about acid-base disorder. This is a little bit of a heavy topic, so hopefully I can make it as simple as possible. If you have any question, please make sure to leave it in the comments and I will make sure to answer them. Alright, so the first step is we need to look at the pH of the blood. pH of the blood is essentially how much H plus is in the blood. Alright, and the normal pH is between and 7.45. So anything between these two values is considered to be normal. All right, now we have two main terms that we need to be aware of. We have acidosis and alkalosis. Whenever we say the term acidosis, we're referring to a pH of less than 7.35. And whenever we say alkalosis, we're referring to a pH that's more than 7.45. Let's take this for an example. 7.32. What is it considered? Acidosis or alkalosis? If you answer acidosis, you're on the right track. All right. The second step is we need to look at the primary process. Now, when we say primary process, we're looking for the cause of the problem. So there must be something in the body that went wrong for the pH to go off the limits, which is between 7.35 and to 7.45. So we have two primary processes. We have metabolic and respiratory. And when we're saying metabolic, we're essentially referring to the kidneys. And when we say respiratory, we're referring to the lungs. All right? An easier way to look at this, we look at the value of bicarbonate as well as the value of carbon dioxide in the blood. So let's learn a couple of concepts and then we can get back to this. All right, so bicarbonate is basically a base that accepts H. So you can think of bicarbonate as basic. So more bicarbonate means more basic. Less bicarbonate means more acidic or less basic. Okay, so the normal values of bicarbonate is 22 to 28. So let's take alkalosis and acidosis for bicarbonate. If it's below 22, it's referred to as acidosis. If it's above 28, it's referred to as alkalosis, because we agreed more bicarbonate means more basic or alkalosis. Less bicarbonate means more acidic or acidosis. Now for carbon dioxide, it's quite the opposite. So you can think of carbon dioxide as acidic, okay? So more carbon dioxide, more acidic, less carbon dioxide, more basic or less acidic. The normal values of carbon dioxide is between 35 to 45. So as an exercise, before I show you the values, if let's say for any reason the carbon dioxide was 34, which is less than 35, would you think it's more acidic or more basic? Or in other words, acidosis or alkalosis? If you answered alkalosis, you're correct. You're on the right track. So here it is. If it's more than 45, it's considered acidosis. Less than 35, it's considered alkalosis. Okay, moving on, let's put it all together. So what we look at is we look at the bicarbonate and the carbon dioxide, and we see which one is following the pH. Essentially what that means, if we have an acidic pH, so let's say 7.32, we need to look at bicarbonate and we need to look at carbon dioxide. I want to see which one is following the pH, or in other words, which one is acidic. Because the pH is acidic, means the primary process has to be acidic. Okay? And then we can decide if it's metabolic or respiratory. If it's the problem with bicarbonate, it's considered metabolic. If the problem is with carbon dioxide, then it's considered respiratory. All right, so here is an example. Okay, first of all, the first step we said, we look at the pH. So in this case, it's 7.3. Do we consider this acidosis or alkalosis? If you answered acidosis, you're correct, because the pH is less than 7.35. The second step, we look at carbon dioxide and bicarbonate. Let's look at carbon dioxide. Is carbon dioxide normal? No, it's not. Okay, so carbon dioxide here is their normal value, okay, and this one is above 45. Now, remember we said carbon dioxide when it's high or more carbon dioxide means more acidic, okay? So here it is. So more than 45, it means acidosis for carbon dioxide. Okay, Now, is it following the primary problem or the pH? Yes, it is. Both of them are acidic. Here is acid and here is acid. So what's the primary cause? We can say that carbon dioxide is the primary cause. Okay? So the primary process is respiratory. So how do you say all of this together? We call this respiratory acidosis. Now there is one more step, and I want you to bear with me. Okay? So the body is always trying to maintain a normal pH, which we agreed is between 7.35 to 7.45. Now, if one system goes wrong, the other one will compensate, which means basically, let's say for example, let's take causes acidosis. So what will happen? The lungs will cause alkalosis. Why? So it maintains a normal pH. All right? So you can think of it as like a scale. On one end we have the kidneys or the bicarbonate, bicarb. Excuse my handwriting. And on the other hand, we have CO2, which is carbon dioxide. So it's basically a scale, and they're trying to maintain the balance, which is this, 7.35 to 7.45. And this is called compensation. So when one system goes wrong, the other one will compensate. All right? So let's summarize this all together and follow the steps that we talked about. So first of all, we start by looking at the pH. Okay, so is this acidosis or alkalosis? So 7.35 is acidosis, correct. Now we look at the carbon dioxide and bicarb. Okay, so let's take a look at carbon dioxide. Okay, so carbon dioxide is 30, and we agreed that the normal value is 35 to 45. So this is below the normal value, which means alkalosis. So alkalosis from the carbon dioxide. Is it following this? No, it's not. Okay, so let's take a look at bicarbonate. Okay, bicarbonate is 18, and we agreed the normal value is 22 to 28. So 18 less bicarbonate, which is more acidic, so it's acidosis for bicarbonate. Is it following the pH? Yes, it is. So can we say that bicarbonate is the primary process, or metabolic is the primary process? Yes, we can say. So here it is. Bicarbonate is low and pH is low. Both are acidosis. Okay. Now, the third step is we look at carbon dioxide, okay, and we agreed it's alkalosis. And remember how we said we're trying to maintain a balance? So we have acidosis on one hand and alkalosis on the other hand. So how do we say all of this together? We call it metabolic acidosis with compensatory respiratory alkalosis. I know this is a little bit of a difficult concept, but feel free to rewatch as many times as possible so you can get this concept and get a good grasp on it. Thank you everyone for watching. Please feel free to leave any suggestions in the comment or a different way of how can I do this in the future. This channel is just getting started and I would like to improve upon it in the future. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching.